All right, we're back here in Seminole, Florida again. Now, you're saying I was 3 years old.
I think you were 3.
And we were at the St. James Fair.
Or somewhere, a
Yeah.
fun fair.
And
I
decided.
Heard the story before.
Oh yeah, I know the story. It's in my brain.
The story.
But I'd like to hear your reaction to it. Me walking home.
My version was that we couldn't find Joey, and we looked everywhere. Everybody was panicking, and then we got in the. It was before 911.
No
so
cell phones.
Nobody could find you, so then we started driving home, and we found you walking home.
Yeah, on like Pine Woods Road or something like that.
And Pine Woods Road
It's curvy, rural.
Yeah, it was like a hairpin turns.
Mm-hmm.
And we found you, and you said you just wanted to leave.
Just wanted to go home. I knew the way.
Go home and you knew the way.
But what was the reaction that you remember from Mom and Dad?
I remember fighting between Mom and Dad. Kathy would probably know this again. Either one parent was to blame, and they blamed the other. They blamed the other because obviously they weren't watching out for you because you got lost. So there was hell to pay.
He wasn't lost. He walked home.
I knew where I was going.
He knew where he was going. He was just tired of everyone.
Oh, I didn't want to be there. So, can I ask you about Aunt Rose? How good was it to have Aunt Rose as your godmother?
It was wonderful.
Why?
Because Aunt Rose sent me $10 every year for my birthday.
Wow. And your birthday is January 28th.
Hey.
And she also had a
great doll clothes.
Doll clothing, and they were nice doll clothing?
Beautiful. Like really cool designer outfits, like with vests and skirts and all kinds of doll clothes.
And Aunt Rose's daughter, Patty, you were saying she had a doll. What was so good about this doll?
It was beautiful. It was a really tall doll that stood up, and we were not allowed to touch the doll, and it was in Patty's room, and all we could do is look at it, and she never let us play with it. Patty was born in 1950, so that would make her 8 years older than me. So by the time that I was able to look at this doll, she was already 16. She didn't want to play with it because she was a teenager. We were not allowed to touch the doll. I always wanted to.
So sorry. But you still felt really happy to have Aunt Rose as your godmother.
I was.
What if you had to think about Aunt Rose and the life that she'd led? And now, was Uncle Andy your godfather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But what kind of reflections do you have, memories you have of Aunt Rose besides the $10?
I'll never forget her 25th wedding anniversary party. I don't know if you remember that.
Which was where? Oh, did they pretend that it was raining and they had a flood or something?
Yeah.
I think I do remember.
They pretended there was a flood at Aunt Anna's house because I think their houses were back to back.
Yeah, we're in the area. Mm-hmm.
So to get Aunt Rose over to the party, they said, Aunt Anna has a flood in her house. You have to come over right away. So Aunt Rose comes over with a bucket, a mop, and rubber boots up to her knees. Funniest thing. And then we're all there. Happy anniversary! It was really funny to see her walk in. She wasn't even with her husband. I think he either was already there or I don't even think they came together. It's pretty funny. So that's when they were married 25 years. Pretty sure.
So you were about to go to New Guinea. Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea.
Yeah. What kind of reservations do you have about the trip, if any?
Reservations?
Well,
I hope I don't get malaria.
Malaria?
But I am taking anti-malarial drugs, or bitten by anything, or I haven't. We got tetanus and typhoid shots, so hopefully we'll be immune from any diseases. And I don't like snakes, so hopefully they'll stay away.
Yeah.
But the scuba diving should be amazing. Oh, right, I'm taking a canoe trip. in a dugout canoe for 3 nights, living with village people and no electricity, no running water.
Sounds like
no
fun.
Shower, no, nothing.
Wow.
So,
Now, you haven't really spent any time in Western Europe, right?
no.
Do you have a desire to go to London, Paris, Rome, Istanbul,
Not at the moment.
Norway?
Maybe someday. Maybe
Yeah.
someday.
Because
But
you know a lot.
right now,
Yeah.
I'm more I like Asia.
Asia.
I really like Asia.
And what about
scuba
Australia?
diving. No,
That's not on your bucket list.
not really, because Australia is very much like the U.S.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of things about Australia, and yeah,
But
it's.
New Zealand.
But yeah, New Zealand, I would really love to go to. The beauty is really nice. So I just, but not so much Australia, really.
And if you had to pick one place,
I like places that are really exotic, that are nothing like here, nothing like home. And Europe is kind of like, it's civilized. They call it Western culture, but the East is completely different. So you feel like you're been somewhere.
and yet at the same time you told me off camera that you're a homebody.
Yes, very much so when I'm home.
When you're home, you're a homebody. But when you're traveling, you want to go someplace exotic.
Yeah, not necessarily comfortable. Not necessarily comfortable. Someplace where I don't know, just someplace.
And what was the fascination with scuba diving and the sea? Was that, I mean,
It's the most peaceful place I am. It's quiet.
It's all about the grab.
Yeah, it's otherworldly. There's no gravity, so you're floating. It's just very quiet and
You're floating in the middle of water. So you have this vest on and you put some air in it. So let's say that the water is this whole room, right? I could be in the middle of this room without moving. My vest would hold me.
right.
Yeah, so it feels like you're in outer space,
Wow.
like you're on a spacewalk. And it does something to your brain. It's like otherworldly and beautiful. And then when you see all the creatures, it's just a bonus.
yeah, I've been very, very
and the
lucky.
coral.
I've seen so many amazing things.
And you said, we just came back from dinner. It was interesting. You said, I offered you some octopus, and you said, no, I don't want to eat octopus. Octopus are my friends.
Sure.
So, I mean, does that go for other things like shark? Would you ever eat a shark? Would you ever eat,
No, I don't eat seafood and have never eaten seafood or fish. But it's not because of that. It's just because I don't like the taste.
Ah.
I don't like lobster or crab, and never have my entire life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
From a child, I never ate fish or seafood. Tuna fish when I was little, because that was what we had to eat on Fridays. That or yeah, I guess it was tuna fish. Like we weren't supposed to eat meat, so. Yeah.
Okay. Let me pause again.